Hello, friends, and welcome to this new French exclusive interview. And today I have the actor Stephen Samson. Hello, Stephen, how are you?
Hello, I'm very good, and it's a pleasure to be on your show.
Are you ready for the questions?
Of course.
So, you play in Mountain Shark, a horror movie with a shark. What is the stories from the movie?
The story. Well, we're out up in the wilderness, up in the mountains, and there's a mysterious going on. And there's a group of soldiers come to investigate what exactly is happening. I play a character, Dr. Eric Nesbitt, who's quite brilliant, quite smart, but there's a bit of darkness about him. And as you progress throughout the film, you kind of find out what's happening and what's going on. But it's one you have to watch to find out.
Your character, in details and no spoilers, what is your character? Name, age, functions?
So it's Dr. Eric Nesbitt. He's a brilliant scientist working with weapons. So it's a secret weapons facility that we're at. And he's quite withdrawn with the world and quite laid back. And he's just there on his own with another of the military, just doing his thing. He's about in his 40s, just like my age, and he's always looking for a way out, a way to express his brilliance.
Do you have a fun fact during the shooting movie?
Oh, fun fact. The location was amazing. It was based in these old copper mines, and it was like years ago. They used to dig really deep into the mountain, and I went exploring and found the old tunnels that they used, and it went really far, really deep, really dark. And when you switch off the light, it was absolutely nothing. So I had my little torch with me, and it was so dark. And at one point, I couldn't get the torch back on. So I was completely lost in these mysterious dark mountains all on my own. And it was quite an experience. And it is such an amazing place. It was up in the national parks in England. It's copper mines, and it's been closed down for years, but I had to explore it. Once I was there, I had to go out and explore. It's such an amazing place. So there's a nice fact, and that was something I enjoyed. And I'm sure if someone was ever to go there, they'd enjoy the same. Get lost in the mountains.
What is the most difficult scene to shoot?
Ooh, difficult scene. In the film, there's quite an intense scene. It's myself and the other principal characters and the actors. Um, we shot it really quickly. So it was over a week that we shot it, and we had to get all these scenes compact and put together. But during that scene, of course, there was a bug going around, and we were really quite ill. Uh, which I hopefully it worked out. It probably worked out for the best actually because we're so ill. But that was really hard to shoot. Just trying to disguise the fact that we're full of the cold. It was some flu that was going around. That was quite hard to do. In general, quite intense scenes where there's a lot of dialogue. Even if there isn't dialogue, it's all about being embraced within the emotion. Can be quite hard to do, but at the same time, it's so rewarding once you hit it and you nail those scenes. It works so well, and when you're working with good people as well, bouncing the scenes off each other, it just completes everything. And that's one of those ones that are really hard but really rewarding to do.
What is your professional journey, your career path?
Yeah. So I've been acting since I was about 15 years old. Started with theatre, and that was kind of my path. I thought I'd be just going down the theatre route, sticking with that. But as things progressed, I started going into a little bit of TV, a little bit of movies, a lot of short films. I've done about 100 short films. Some have been seen, some are great, some are not so great. Uh, and I hopefully keep progressing. The Mountain Shark was a great opportunity to be in a horror genre, which I haven't really done before. And I would really love to do more of that. I've always seen myself in that kind of role because I love horror. I love sci-fi horror. That's my main things, and I haven't actually had that opportunity to do it. So my path would definitely be going towards that, doing more horror, uh, have that iconic role that everybody knows about. That would be fantastic.
What is your uh, what is your preferred movie?
My favorite movies?
Yes.
Ooh, that's a big question. If it goes by genre and horror, especially sci-fi and horror, it's got to be Event Horizon. Is that one you've seen? It's yeah, it's it's kind of when you're watching it, you kind of feeling it as well. It's like something that could be in a way in reality in the near future. But obviously, it isn't because it's so intense and so creepy and scary. That's definitely up there in the top 10, as well as Aliens. That's just a classic. I can remember watching that as a kid when I probably shouldn't have, and it's always stuck with me. And I didn't see the original one until a few years later. That was just as good, as well as Terminator 2. I've got so many ones I can never actually say what's my actual favorite, but definitely down that genre of horror and sci-fi. It's always been a thing. And I go towards Star Trek and Star Wars. Then you got the Marvels now coming out. I follow everything. I'm just a big film fan. I can't put one at the top.
Um, After Mood and Shark, what is your next project?
At the moment, I've got a TV series that could be coming out anytime soon. It's called Time Spent. On the 15th, actually, in a couple of days' time, we have a big event for Time Spent where it will be played out in the cinema. And being invited guests coming along and get to see and critique, and hopefully we'll get a series coming out of that. It was a short film, so it was a pilot short film that's gone on to win many awards. So it's been a big international hit. It's got something like 22 international awards, and there are 20 odd nominations. I was even I got an award myself, South American Academy Awards. So I was over the moon with that. It's like finally after all these years, I get a little recognition. So that should be we should start to hear about that anytime soon. So that's Time Spent, and that's a TV series. Not sure exactly who's going to put it out there, but it's all right at the very beginning, right at the very start. So I'm fingers crossed for that, and hopefully something will good come out of that.
Would you like to make your home movie?
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. I've got so many ideas. Almost every day, I hear about people getting writer's block and things like that, and they're coming out with ideas. Almost every day, I've got an idea. Just need to work with different people. I don't have the confidence to just do it myself. Although I've done a few short films and done a little competitions and things like that myself. But actually having a decent production with people that know what they're doing. And I would definitely do that. That's 100% on my list of things to do. Once probably next year, I think I will get down and actually do something and have my own little project going. That 100% is up there. One of my top things to do.
Thank you, Stephen, for this interview. Do you have a last word for finish this interview?
You know what? It's just been a pleasure meeting you and allowing me to be on your channel. And best of luck with your channel and let it grow. And it's been fantastic meeting you.